real time. I went live with the Wife-a-tron the other night, and we were live for a couple hours on here. It was pretty fun, pretty awesome. We covered a lot of details about social distancing, what's going on, how we're doing, how you guys are doing. And I wasn't able to keep the video up here on YouTube because we had some technical difficulties. But I'm getting them all worked out right now, my friend. So if you might have seen our good friend Brian Fullerton on Facebook, he's in Michigan too. I'm in Michigan. He's in Michigan. We're both lawn care and landscape guys, and we are considered non-essential. And we're both very pissed off about it. Brian, to the point, rightfully so, of being livid with both of us and all of us here in Michigan, and all due respect and total consideration and seriousness of what's going on with this virus. I mean, dude, I take this very serious. This is a very serious issue. People's health is at stake. People's livelihoods, people's lives are at stake, right? And with that being said, actually, can you hear me clear? I hope you can hear me clear. With all that being said, still, common sense and critical thinking tells me that to do landscaping or lawn care, I mean, you are at least 50 feet away from any other human beings at all times. And the most we're going to get is maybe Mr. Jones waving out the window and giving you a thumbs up because the lawn looks good, and then sending you a digital payment. Digital payment, folks. You don't even need to do any more than talk to your customer on the phone. And I mean, with people going to parks and going to the grocery store, which, gathering in groups and walking all over the place, what does it matter if 1 to 2 lawn or landscape guys show up on a property and work? And so I'm looking into what our mayor is saying here in Michigan and our governor. And there's a lot of arguments going on all over the internet right now. People are livid, small business owners, and then you have, and I speak for the green industry because I'm in the green industry. Let me turn this up. Can you hear me nice and loud now? Hey, check. Yeah, that's right. So I'll just say these people are saying, are you kidding me? How dare you even think that a lawn care or a landscape guy should be allowed to work right now? Are you kidding me? People's lives are at stake, and you're asking if you can go mow people's lawns? I'm seeing this in the comments, people who don't do landscaping, but I'm seeing a bunch of people who don't even own lawn care and landscaping companies, and people that are senior citizens that are standing up saying, hey, what about these people that need their lawn cut? There is one lady in the comments. Make sure you can hear me. One lady in the comments on a Facebook kind of political argument that was going on, saying that her neighbor last year didn't cut his lawn for over 2 months. And when he finally cut his lawn, there were mice scattering everywhere, right? So this is very important for the sanitation of commercial and residential properties, right? And I don't agree with this blanket coverage that they're doing, but the argument now they're saying, and this is where the sophistry comes into play. It's kind of twisting of words, saying, well, if lawn and landscape guys go out and they're touching gas pumps, and I've looked it up, the average gas pump in studies they've swabbed it has 11,000 times more germs supposedly than a toilet seat, because everybody's touching it. And, so here's what I'm saying. If we promise to be good little slaves, and we promise not to go in any convenience stores, and we promise not to go in any restaurants, which we can't anyways, or anywhere, and we pack our lunches and we're very safe and practice social distancing and wear masks and wear gloves when we go to the gas station, rubber gloves. I mean, the green industry is a massive staple of our economy, and so is every other industry. And I'm speaking because I'm in the green industry, and I am biased, but this is the truth. And I think that for any states where it's considered non-essential, and I know a lot of you guys are out still working. That's awesome. I mean, I think that they should all be allowed to work, provided that they practice safe social distancing for the health of other people, right? And then now the next argument to that is, well, and this is where it started to seep up to the surface. Um, a political person in our state was saying, well, if they let lawn and landscape guys become essential, then all these other businesses are going to say, hey, that's not fair. I want to become essential, right? And to me, this nanny state bullshit, like I have to ask my daddy, daddy, can I go outside? Can I like it's stirring up a natural healthy frustration inside of me, getting a little bit angry here. But it's like you're not even allowed to get angry and even say anything, because now if you get upset about something that just total practical common sense says, hey, this is a common sense thing, then you don't care about the health of other people. Then you're the scum of the earth. And it really appalls me, the audacity of some people, just how they think. I don't like to get political. I'm not I don't talk about political stuff on my channel. I do have some of my own political beliefs. But my kind of gut feeling is, if I could just stay positive here, when the grass starts growing a foot high, and as we're over the curve, which some are speculating. I've seen some really powerful data saying, hey, we might be past this right now. I get it. Comments are blowing up right now. I see you, David Hamilton, JJ Highland, Micro Tasker, Matt E. Get political, right? So, all right, I'll say one political thing that pissed me off and had my blood boiling over the last couple days. And all right, I saw somebody in our government at a national level say that, we all know that what it means to be a snitch, right? They said that if you see a small business owner or somebody who's non-essential out and about or working, that they should snitch on them or snitch on their neighbors, and they will get a reward for it. And in my opinion, the people who fought in the past and sacrificed everything so we could be here where we are at today would be rolling in their graves to hear that. And when people in our government, not our whole government, because most of our government is good. The government is good. Like, everything that's happening, we have all the luxuries we have because of money and credit and government and checks and balances. There are a lot of good people, right? But there's a few, and you should watch a video called The Tiny Little Dot. It's an old video from like 9 years ago. It's amazing. The Tiny Little Dot. That's the name of the video. Watch it. And basically, the few people can control the masses through media. And when people are afraid, they listen to what they're told, and their critical thinking shuts off. Guys, I'm aware of all this stuff. I've watched every documentary. I'm getting all the messages on Facebook and on YouTube and all the private texts like you are too. And I'm trying to stay out of the rabbit hole here and stay positive, because in times like this, a lot of people do capitalize off of fear and bullshit. There's so much disinformation on the internet right now, so much disinformation floating around. But the truth is, there is some people who are not like you and I. There are some people in this world who, they're not your friend, and they don't care about your freedom. And so, my critical thinking looks at this and says, something doesn't add up. I'm leaning over here because I'm taking a look at the comments. Like I said, I'm working out this technical issue. The last time we went live, the cameras were flickering, and I'm sure it was annoying as hell. And I've got it solved. I figured out it was my laptop. The video card is making it flicker. So when I add this technical cool stuff, I got the different camera angles. Hey, it's looking sweet. This is sweet. Well, it comes with technical difficulties too. But let me take a look here at the comments. John French. Arbor Borealis, disgusting, he says. Gestapo encouraged snitching on neighbors, says Frank. Yes. If somebody came up to me and offered me a reward to snitch on my neighbor, right? I would tell that person they better get out of my face right now, or we're gonna have a big problem. And don't ever mention anything like that to me again. And the thought of a neighbor looking out their window saying, I'm going to call the authorities on them. There's a weird type of breed of people in this country that we have. There's a weird type of breed of people, and you know what breed I'm talking about, that literally worship their masters. They want to be told what to do. They support the establishment to the point where, at an unhealthy level, and they love it. They love it. They love being told what to do, and they'll tattle on you in 2 seconds. They love it. And it's like if you tell these people anything critical, any critical thinking or anything contrary, right, to popular belief, they'll point their finger at you and call you a conspiracy theorist. They'll point their finger at you and they'll shame you. And they all band together, and they're like, I mean, a large part, there now, don't get me wrong. There is a massive amount. I'm very proud of our country. I love our country, by the way. I love America. I'm proud to be an American. Or at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the man who died. I can't even hear myself. Who gave that right to me, and I proudly stand up. Yeah. Next to you and defend her still today. Because there ain't no doubt I love this place. You know what I'm saying, right? Does that give you goosebumps when you think and you feel and you hear that? Freedom. Freedom is a vibration that's so strong. And that's what we have. And it just seems like, now, so like I said, I'm very proud of a lot of people in this country, and I see people standing up. I see how aware people are, how smart people are. All over the place, just analyzing the data. And sorry. Yeah, stay out of the rabbit hole. No, Kelfish, I want you to go down the rabbit hole. Come on, please, please, Kelfish, please. We want to see this side of you, Kelfish. We knew it was there all along. Come on, Kelfish. Come on, Kelfish. Look at you guys in the comments. Window cleaning, Anthony Heyman in the house. There's too much information, he says. You're right, bro. There's too much information. I literally have to shut my phones off, and I can't even look at my phones before noon because I can't even deal with it. And I've been monitoring myself. I'll see something real good, and I want to send it to somebody. No, I won't even send it to them because they already know, right? Amy Sell been terrified to even leave my house. Snitches, right? Have you been working? No, I've been working at home on my internet business, but we have not been out. I've got $7,000 on the books right now, and the phone's ringing. Within a couple of days, it's going to be 10 grand, then 15, then 20 grand on the books, and 20. It's going to keep going. I've got customers calling, and I've got them all held back right now. We've got the schedule filling out, and we're ready to rock. The phone's already ringing. We're ready to go. So it's like a horse that's in the ready to race on the Kentucky Derby, and it's just ready to go. I'm ready to go. I have a friend here who is in a tree business in Michigan. He's out working every single day, and he's essential. I don't know. I might even subcontract and just go work with him. You just pull the magnets and the signs off my truck and just funnel my work to him and work with him at a subcontract fee doing only tree work till we can go. I have heard that a lot of the counties here in Michigan, they will not enforce if there's they won't enforce fines because they don't agree with what's going on at the state level, right? I do think though, once the grass is really, really growing like tall, they're going to lift it and then everybody's just going to go and work. You know, I'm hoping. Am I white? I'm not black. I'm not Chinese. What are you talking about? Am I white? I'm a white guy, yes. I'm a Czechoslovakian white guy. How about that? My family's from Czechoslovakia. Nicholas Mish. I want to give you a shout out for tipping me off to the Google business site up last year. Started refining this week. Yeah. Anybody been to Walmart? I heard Walmart shut down all essential items and they're only letting you get, non-essential items, they're only letting you get groceries and the most important things. Strange to me, right? Hey guys, I'm getting all the same information you're getting. I mean, if you go look at the data, that's weird. How come every other disease has just dropped drastically in the past few weeks, but COVID-19's through the roof? What's going on here, right? Vista Landscape Development. Landscaping is an essential business. Hell yeah, dog. What's up, Jose Baltazar? You are Chingon. I don't know what that means. Charlie Bucket. Washington Elevator. KC Mo 27. Motorcycle is life. Wait till it gets worse and we can't get food. I'm going fishing for food. I'm ready. Are you mowing now? No. Arbor Borealis. Right on, Keith. Hold on. Because you are a window guy, not a medical doctor. Yeah, I might be totally biased. I mean, maybe this whole thing is completely real and it's 100% what they say it is. Maybe it is, right? That's why I'm not making too many videos about this stuff because I just don't have enough information to stand on my soapbox, right? I specialize in landscaping and internet stuff, right? So, and there's a difference between facts and feelings. If somebody gets information that opposes their well-being or what they believe in, they get emotional. And now at any minute, they could pull out their phone and they can make a video yelling about something. And just because they're emotional and they're campaigning for votes and they sound like they really know what they're talking about, then other people, oh my God, he's right. So that's what I'm up to now. Like I'm at the point now, like I don't even want to see any more videos or any more crap unless you can show me statistics and data and graphs and spreadsheets and metrics that back up, you know, what you're claiming, right? Like this, I'm not even going to say it here. I'm not even going to say it. But there's one thing that was, tell us, Telfish, tell us. No, I'm not going to tell you. You stop it. Stop it. I spent 2 hours the other night doing deep research and some scientific stuff. And what I found startled me a little bit. A motherfucker couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep. I was looking out the windows. It was crazy. But when I'm cool as a cucumber and I'm calm, I'm collected and I'm in the present moment, I ain't worrying about it. So just like I said, there's a group of people who don't care about your freedoms. There's also a group of people who always think that everybody's trying to take it away. You have every single possible scenario going on all at once, and it's just complete hysteria. So motorcycle is life. Thanks for the $2, man. I don't know how this works, but supposedly people can send me money on here. I really don't know how it works. I know my channel's monetized, but I do a live. And I'm not doing this for money because I could literally go live every single day and then make money. I'm not trying to do that for this. I didn't even monetize my channel till like 3 years in until Greg Chisholm. Have you heard from Greg Chisholm? I miss Geek to Freak. I was talking to Greg Chisholm years ago. He's like, why don't you monetize your videos? I'm like, because I don't want people to look at me like I'm some type of sellout or something, putting ads in front of all of my videos. And then after you realize that, it's a lot of work to make videos and you have a mission and a message, it's cool that you can make money on YouTube. So that helps you sustain the message, right? I had to get over this whole thing back then. And now I don't care. I think it's cool, All right. Chad Schofield says, say it. I can't say it, but I'll tell you one thing. There was an interview 2 nights ago. This was live on YouTube. And it had 250,000 live viewers. And YouTube took the video down. And now people are going nuts about this because why did YouTube take that video down? Was something said that people don't like? Interesting. What is up, Eddie's phone? What kind of computer do you run? This is a HP Spectre 360. It's like one of those cool flippable convertible laptops. It was like $1,800, and I got it at Best Buy $1,500. Then the computer back there is a Alienware laptop with like updated graphics video card. London Real, he says. Everybody's saying London Real. Yeah, dude. London Real. That dude, Brian Rose, he's got some cojones, bro. Because now what I'm talking about, I'll fill you guys in here. You can go. That's all I'm going to say. You can go on his latest videos and go find it yourself. But the last 20 minutes of this 2.5 hour long video, it's fire, bro. Like goosebumps. And I'll just say it in kind of in a nutshell. If you don't stand up for your freedoms and voice your freedoms, then if you lose your freedom, the price of standing up is a lot less. Standing up for yourself and anywhere in life, for your own business, to people who want to walk on you, to anything, right? Like what if you sorry, there you go. What if you work your ass off to pass a test and you pass with flying colors and somebody accuses you of cheating? Ooh, wouldn't you get angry? Wouldn't you stand up for yourself? You say, no, you're not going to do me like this. You are not going to do this. I studied my ass off and I passed that test and I did not cheat. And you're not going to do this. Like, you would fight because you were being falsely accused, right? If you just lay down and let them run over you and railroad you, you deserve what you tolerate. It really comes down to it, right? You deserve what you tolerate. But we've worked ourselves into a position. This is multi-generational now. What's going on? That we've been removed. We're down to the 6th generation. That, I get it. People are afraid to stand up because you see pictures. I've seen some crazy pictures on Instagram. There'll be like a picture of like somebody drowning. It's just like a hand in the water waving because they're underwater, and everybody's just standing around watching them because they're afraid to go save them. Or it's like you could be singled out really quickly, right? But we have freedom of speech. You could say what you want as long as you are not breaking any laws, doing anything illegal, or threatening anybody or anything like that. You can voice your opinion, right? But all right, so let me get back to the comments here. We've been on 25 minutes already. Greystone Gardens. Holy crap. Keith is live. Dude, my life and family is being ripped apart tonight, and I have no one to tell or talk to. Let me pull this up right now. Well, I want to say, my friend Greystone Gardens, right now I pray. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. I've had crazy, amazing, supernatural experiences that I can't even explain. I'm talking about my truth for me now. I'm not telling you what to believe. I want to pray right now for Greystone Gardens, Father God, Jesus, Lord, send your Holy Spirit and your angels of love. I just praise you, Lord Jesus, to come into his household, into his family, and his life, and any darkness, any frustration, anything that's going on that is not aligned with your word. I just cast it out right now in your holy name, Lord Jesus. Amen. So, Charlie D. I see what you said, Charlie D. You're welcome, Greystone Gardens. So, anybody know if we can do lawn care in Ohio right now? I don't know. Amen, Chad Schofield. Amber's lawn care. Yo, Calfish, when you upgrading to a super duty? I don't know, dude. I might. I might not. It's like right at that point where I don't need it. If I get like a bigger dump trailer, like my friend William is a genius. He got like a 20-foot dump trailer and he cut off the front of it and then welded a rotating chipper to the front of it. And he's pulling it with a heavy duty truck, of course. So I might. James Chiassen. Amen. Right. No one. What's up, no one? Lawn care is essential in Texas. I heard you guys are cranking it out in Texas right now. Charlie Bucket. Utica police shut down. What's he saying? Too many comments I can't read. I wanted to read that though. 1 second. They shut down 9 businesses. Ooh, thanks for letting me know. That's good information. Utica is the town I live like in, right by Utica. What's up, Keith Kelfis? How is Eric Reno doing in his business? Tell him to post something. What's up, Joel Magana? I talked to Eric a few times. I think he's still out selling and quoting. I don't know if they're working or what's going on, but I'm sure like patching up a hole in somebody's roof is essential. But I've also heard that like plumbing is not essential. So if someone's toilet backs up and there's poop going through their whole house, they can't call a plumber. This is crazy, right? My area is going strong in Warrior, Alabama, says Gary Cecil Garrison. Thanks, man. And I'm about to post a video tomorrow or the next day of the Lawn Care Life Conference with Jason Creel. It's my live speech that I did there. He allowed me to take the footage, and I talk all about marketing and all these tips. So that'll be on my channel in a couple days here. Thanks so much, guys. I just hit 84,000 subscribers, over 20 million views online. I appreciate that. I got a brand new book coming out. It's done right now. I'm just building the website for it and putting it all together. The book is called Your First Year in the Landscaping Business, and this book is a compilation of just powerful tips and stories about the struggles and frustrations of your first few years in the business and things you go through. And I recorded an entire audiobook version as well. It's 6.5 hours long, and it's deep. Like I get emotional in this book. I cry, I yell, I cuss. And if you are in your first, or if you're just getting started, thinking about getting started, first, second year in the business, I implore you, not for me, but for you, to get your hands on this book. And I promise you, it will literally help you through a lot of the crazy head trash you go through and having your own small business. It's deep, bro. So it'll be out soon. Where can I get the book? The book will be on audible.com. It's going through the process right now of getting approved, which it will. It just takes like 30 days. It's on Kindle right now, but there's 2 little spots where there's misspellings, and we got to pull the whole book and redo it. The book right now is at keithkelfis.com/ebook. keithkalfas.com/ebook. But I shouldn't even have told you that because I'm still building it all out. You might go there and you can get it and buy it and download it and read it and get the audiobook, but I'm still finishing the whole thing out. So I will be pretty soon here going and promoting that. And I don't make a lot of money writing books. I've sold thousands and thousands of books though. So I have made pretty good money over the last 6 years selling books. But there's other things I could do that are more profitable, and I know that. But dude, in my heart, I have this mission in the green industry because of what I went through being in dead end jobs and the hell I went through getting my business off the ground. Like, there's a various type of information that I believe that I can synthesize to these startup guys that literally this is my calling at this point in my life. So it just means so much to me. I just wanted to put that out there. This is not about me. I love serving. I love this community. This means so much to me. And I really hope the GIE Expo happens this year. It should. What's up, Michael Cross? Oh, thank you. Invent 419. Dizzy, Lawn, and Snow. Happy birthday. Hey, guys. Yeah, thanks for all the happy birthdays, too. Yesterday was my birthday. If you saw it on Instagram at Keith Kelfas. And it was a special birthday, a quarantine birthday. My wife made cupcakes with candles and sang me happy birthday. And I got a flood of happy birthdays all over Instagram and on Facebook. And thank you very much. It meant a lot to me. How old am I now? Bitch, I'm 47. I'm 37 years old. I can't believe it. Yesterday, I was 27, and I was literally I was dating my wife. Time flies. And I used to get angry about how old I am now. I'm like, man, I should just be turning like 32 right now. And however you guys are old, I want to know in the comments how old you are. But there's something so beautiful that happens in your mind in your 20s. Like when you're in your mid 20s, I don't mean this in a negative way, but it's almost like you're in your head and you're like in your dreams and you're kind of like still, what's the word? Young, dumb, and full of cum. You're still full of, I got that from Snoop Dogg, by the way. You are almost smoking your own brochures. You're in your own form of hypothetical bullshit, but it works for you. It's amazing. And then in your late 20s, you're just like, you have this type of ambition where you'll go do anything and try anything. For me, when I hit like 35, 35, it's like my nuts dropped in a different way. And now my head connected with my body. And now I'm fully in my head, in my body too. Like I became a man. Like I thought I was a man before. And you grow more and more and more into manlyhood, hopefully, until you become what's called a statesman, a very mature, man. But I became more mature, and it's kind of bitter sweet because I wouldn't trade the way I think for the world now. Because now I can think critically. I can see. I can put structure into things. I'm a more centered person. I don't just fly off on tangents and just chase every rabbit. You choose your battles more wisely. It's true. But I miss the way that I used to think. I miss the way that I used to be. I miss when I was younger because my mind was more free. And that brings me to a very interesting point. So there's this place inside of you, no matter what's going on in the world, you can be so incredibly happy because you're happy in your mind and your emotions. You're creating these chemicals, and it's almost like you're living in a lie. You're creating a movie, and you can be so happy that you're elated. And it's weird. Like, imagine somebody who is, I say this with all respect. Have you ever looked at somebody who doesn't have all their mental faculties together, but they're so happy. Okay? Have you ever looked at somebody who has it all together and is a genius, and maybe they're a multimillionaire, and I don't mean this, but they're miserable, right? Have you ever seen somebody who's in their older age, maybe they're in their 60s now, and they've been through all types of shit, but they're so happy. There's a place of surrender and letting go. So it's like you can be really happy in your head and full of shit and not facing reality, which isn't necessarily a good thing. But I believe reality hits you like a ton of bricks. You can have like a midlife crisis, but hopefully there's some point where you learn. It's like the serenity prayer. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So when you know the difference, you stop crying over spilled milk. You start letting every little thing that happens in your family or even with your spouse or your business freak you out. You choose your battles wisely. So you become, it's like a observant of yourself. Like it's a spiritual thing, right? So imagine that you finish mopping a floor and then somebody walks right over it with dirty shoes and they get mud all over it. Or you can get emotional about that, or you can just remove all the emotion and go in and solve the problem. I was listening to Dr. Joe Dispenza. I got his online Gaia course in Charlie D, you stop it. And he was talking about when people have like a midlife crisis. It's when they've already experienced every emotion. They've experienced every fear. They've experienced successes. They've experienced all these different things. And now they get to the point where they're just numb because nothing affects them anymore. Nothing affects them anymore. And their life becomes so bland. And one day they wake up and it hits them like, oh my God, what if my whole life is wrong? My career, my relationships. But they had this like undisclosed contract with everybody around them about the very fabric of the relationship and how it should be. Now they have this midlife crisis, but it's not really. It could just be a great awakening, and they start making all these drastic changes with their career, and instead they start taking risks, and they break up with that person, they get rid of these friends, they make new friends, they move, they do all these crazy things, and everybody around was like, oh my God, they've gone mad, they're having a midlife crisis. But what if they're just having an awakening, and they realize their life is going by, and they want to start getting on with it and experiencing life at a whole new level now. The very fabric of reality it's interesting like that. Well, that's why it's important to have a deep relationship with yourself and figure out what your life's purpose and calling is, so you can always be moving forward and inching in on that every day. Because the pain of regret, like imagine being hopefully very, very old and being on your deathbed one day. And like Tolstoy said, what if my whole life has been wrong? See, there's something called going along to get along. It's where you'll endure mistreatment or abuse or do things to be a people pleaser to make other people happy, to avoid conflict, just to avoid conflict. But in the end, you don't get what's right for you. You don't live your purpose out. And, living out your life's purpose. Charlie Bucket, shout out to Detroit Sponge. Mike Warway, Detroit Sponge. Get all your window cleaning tools there. Thanks for the $10, bro. I appreciate it. If you get focused on your life's deepest calling and purpose, and you set out to achieve that, it's going to make other people feel uncomfortable. Because now when they want to go to the party or to the event, they want to do these things, and you don't want to do that because you want to work on your life's purpose. You're not being like them. There's this hive mind, this sheep mentality. And if you go to the extreme of that, you end up like maybe like, let's, for a poor example, Elon Musk, a guy who works 24 hours a day and sleeps, supposedly, sleeps on the floor of his office. But the people like that are that extremely obsessed, that sacrifice and burn down everything around them to change the world, those are the type of people that invent the craziest inventions that we all benefit from today. Those are the type of people who do things that change the world, hopefully for the better. That level of obsession, and that's their purpose. But that's for them. Like, what's your purpose? To me, I have a purpose. What's your purpose? Some people, their entire life's purpose is to work a 9 to 5 job and raise their children. And every minute that they're not working their 9 to 5 job, they spend with their family and they raise a family. And then they all have kids, and then their kids have kids, and their kids' kids have kids, and they all just keep having a bunch of fucking kids who fucking working 9 to 5 jobs, and that's all they do. That's their whole life's purpose. I'm just playing. I'm being an asshole now. That's Keith speaking. So you see, that's me broadcasting and projecting my bullshit onto someone else. Because it's like I look at somebody who is now, if they're doing a career that they love to do and they feel like they're living their life's purpose and they love their family so much and that's what brings them fulfillment, then that's absolutely amazing. I always go back. I talked about this in a video once. I knew an old man who worked 32 years in a tool and die shop in Michigan, like a slave. And back then, we didn't have the opportunities weren't like they are today. And he was married with children. And I said, how the hell did you do that? How did you work 32 years in a shop? He goes, I had a family to feed, period. I said, yeah, but come on, man. Like, he goes, I had a family to feed, period. So if you listen to David Data in The Way of the Superior Man, he says, like, the greatest thing that a man can do with his life is to give it away. To give it away in service. That's what Jesus did. Like, I look at Jesus, and this dude is like literally the most amazing person in history, regardless of your religious beliefs or not. If you literally read the book of Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, and you read this stuff, who do you know? I'm not trying to tell you what to believe. I'm asking you a question. Who do you know who believed in what they believed in so strongly that they were willing, what's the word? It's more than willing. They were eager to get on with being crucified and suffering and bleeding to death in front of everybody for what they believed in, because they loved everybody so much, and the mission and their mandate and their purpose was so strong. Like, I don't know anybody who's got a set of balls like that. And that's beyond a set of balls, because that's not even physical. That's straight up spiritual. That's why my level of respect for that man is so high. I mean, this dude brought the New Testament. If you follow, not the legal system, I'm talking about law, spiritual law, and you follow it all the way back, it comes from the New Testament, which was brought by this dude named Jesus. Like, and also because I'm a marketer, like, I love marketing and internet marketing. I talk about it all the time, right? That dude, he's been dead in the flesh like over 2,000 years, and this dude is the best internet marketer. Let's say the best business marketer and advertiser and leader I've ever known of ever in the information age, in the internet age, is a dude who ain't even on the internet, because he's got people all over the globe talking about him and reciting it and broadcasting his messages and talking about the things he said. What type of dude has a book? Well, it's not his book, but people wrote about, that just like, I mean, that legacy goes on and on and on and on and on. So, but here's my question. This is a critical question. If you're getting upset right now with me, hey, I'm not telling you what to believe. I'm asking an actual critical question. Can we have this conversation? Because this applies to you and me. What type of man or woman, what type of person, not person, because a person is something. A person is a citizen, or what type of man or woman, man or woman. Who would you have to be that after you die, your message and your legacy goes on and on and on and on and on and keeps affecting other people and touching and inspiring people? Like, what would you have to stand for? What would your life's purpose be? What would your mandates be? How would you treat other people? How would you be with other people? What level of presence would you have with other people? How serious would you take every interaction you had with every single person you came across if you knew how finite your time was? I think about this shit when I'm in quarantine, don't you? Joshua Garrison, he's still alive. Dizzy's Lawn of Snow. Toltec Sear. Alvin Chica Lawn Care. Laura J. Wildsa. Jesus probably smoked weed too. Maybe he did. Jeremy Jesse. We've been going out separately doing cleanups and mulch. No problems except a neighbor taking photos. I believe it. Jesus was gangsta. Truth in human form. So, a miracle happened recently. Do we really have 95 people on here? You guys are true blue. Thank you. I'm reading you, Carlos G. Okay, a miracle has happened, and I cannot reveal the details because it's just not right. Like a who, but I'm going to tell you about a miracle that's happened in the past 72 hours. You're not going to believe this. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Can you hear me? Are we good? The wife of Tron made me ravioli. It's still hot. I'm not going to eat it in front of you. The wife of Tron got all mad at me like a little bit ago. She's like, I'm fucking doing everything. I'm waking up. I'm making coffee. I'm cleaning and vacuuming every day. I'm fucking making dinner, serving you. What do you think I am? Huh? And I'm cleaning the dish. Oh, you clean the dishes once today, Keith. Oh, once. Why don't you fucking make me dinner? Huh? Dude, she's got miracle ears. She hears everything I'm saying. This woman, I'm trapped in the house with this woman, guys. God help us. So, tomorrow, Kelphus is I'm going to cook dinner. I'm going to light candles. I'm going to serve to my wife. I'm going to clean everything up. And I'm going to give her an hour-long foot massage. Oh, my God. It's going to be amazing. All right. I'm going to tell you about the miracle. You ready? John Teal's excavating. What's up? So, somebody in our family got into a serious car accident. And, it's like I don't want to say too much because, here, I'll knock on wood. Let's say that person literally is okay, but okay to the point where, like, it's a miracle. If you've seen a picture of the car, you'll be like, there's no way. And so my fingers crossed, many, many prayers. That person remains okay, but I literally can't even believe it. I was going to tell you the whole story in great detail, but what I would do is I would open myself up to interpretation, and that's not right to do. I'm going to give it another week or two, and then I will tell you the full story. Oh, thank you. What's up, Laura J? Wild style. I watched you when you were broke, starting out. You're a different person. Hey, I'm the same person. But the only difference is, so you think I still don't make videos on my phone where I'm ranting and cussing and yelling and screaming, but I just don't upload them to YouTube anymore. I literally can't even believe the videos I used to make, dude. I was scared. The things I used to say. There's so much stuff I just want to say, but Landscaping Pros, thanks for the $5. I love the channel, man. After watching you, I raised my prices and it has made a world of difference. Yeah, dog. Thanks, bro. Brandon, hey, Keith, I need some help with marketing. We'll get a book called Guerrilla Marketing Tactics by J. Conrad Levinson. You can get it on ebook, probably cheap. What else? Piranha Marketing by Joe Polish. Amazing. Marketing is a deep rabbit hole. So deep. And a lot of it is about positioning. Even if you're just like a solo operator, you got one or two crews, positioning yourself as the expert and the authority. So when customers go on the internet or get your brochure, they automatically like, oh, it becomes obvious to them that you're the right company to go with. And it's a risk to go with somebody else because you've got your shit together. So the more that you can show your clients, potential clients and prospects, and show the world at large that you've got your act together, you know, on your website and your positive reviews and the way you're marketing and the way and you keep polishing that up and you keep making offers to the marketplace. That's another thing that people don't do is making offers. Make offers all the time. Making an offer means asking for the sale. Pitching. I'm reading a book right now by Oren Klaff. I think it's called Pitch Anything. It's amazing. Psychology of marketing and framing. Jeremy Jesse, East Pointer here in good spirits. Glad to hear about miracles and good news lately. Nice to meet you, my friend. I'm a mom and not a dude. Thank you. Oh, what's up, Wild Style? I'm sorry. I apologize. I didn't see too close with your profile picture. And my audience was 97% male, 3% female, and now it's like 87% male, 13% female. So, what's up? Thank you. Rambo A. What's up from San Jose, California? Danny Longo. Hey, Keith, watching from Toronto. Maintenance allowed up here. You're still young. You learned the business pretty fast. Keep it going. My YouTube channel coming soon. The Gardenscaper. Haha. Ryan Alexander. Hey, Keith, can I buy one of the hoodies your crew guys wear? I met you at Aqualand last year. Thank you, sir. It's right there on my website, keithkelfus.com/merchandise. Get the hoodies there. Carla H. What's up from the Bay Area? What's up? Yep, we're shut down for now. Hello from Oregon. Dankus, Chicago, still cleaning windows, man. My other channel, the Window Cleaning Blueprint, other YouTube channel, has just hit 11,500 subscribers. Man, some people ask me, don't you clean windows anymore, Kelfus? Yeah, we have hundreds of clients. But at some point, I was like, I should make this second channel. It was like a gut feeling. And I literally started putting all the window cleaning content over there. So that whole channel, strictly window cleaning. Because there's one thing, I guess, when I talk about window cleaning over here, but when you talk about landscaping to guys who are strictly interested in only window cleaning, it just doesn't work the same. So, oh my God, he said my name. What's up? Good looking honky. Hey, Keith, Peter North here. Does winter grass stay green in the summer? I don't know. That's an interesting question. Nick Latona. Motorcycle is life. You just spent $900 at Detroit Sponge today? Mike is awesome, dude. You got the water full pull stuff too. Nice, dog. Good for you, man. What kit did you get? Curious. Patrick Peterson. Keith, what's the deal with landscaping in Michigan? Are you guys considered essential? We're not yet. There's a lot of arguments going on. People are getting pretty pissed off because we can be totally responsible where we're rubber gloves when we go to the gas pump. We won't go inside of any convenience stores. We'll pack a lunch and bring it to work. We'll collect digital payments and stay away from our customers. I'll be a good little slave. All the comments coming in here. All right, guys. I'm going to cut this off at an hour. We've been on for 56 minutes. 56. If you, quick technical thing, because the point of this live was to solve some technical issues. So this camera right here, you see, looking at me, this is called the Canon C100 Mark II. This has been a dream camera of mine for a long time. This camera used to be very expensive, but it's a little bit older, so the price came down. So now you can get this amazing camera. And the thing I love about it is it just works. You see how the screen is black right here? If you're ever interested in making videos, if you buy a DSLR camera that happens to shoot video, they suck for doing what's called long form content, which is shooting videos past 25 minutes. You know, when you buy a camcorder, they'll run forever. They'll just stay on until the battery runs out or the chip fills up. And you can plug the camcorder in through this these little video switcher cards and plug it in your laptop, and now you can go on Facebook or YouTube or anything live like this and get this amazing looking picture. So I got 4 cameras hooked up right here. Joshua Garrison sent me $20, dog. Thank you. Garrison Landscaping and Property Maintenance is growing here in Pennsylvania. Thanks to your videos and advice. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you. It means a lot to me. Tyler Woodham down in Florida. Everyone is still doing trees and stuff. I know, man. Landscaping Bros in Arizona. We're super blessed that Governor Doug Ducey still considers us an essential business. Switched everything over to electronic payments. Nick Latona. I like this live thing. This is dope. Coming live on this channel. I can actually talk to you guys, man. Is the weather still cold up there? No, the weather is not cold. It was a beautiful, hot, sunny day today. Motorcycle is life. You just sent me $2. You got the Gardiner 625 carbon pole. Any good? Yes. The Gardiner Extreme is awesome because it's so lightweight. You're going to love it, dude. Excited. Because you know what's dope about window cleaning for you landscapers? Now, take what I say with a grain of salt. My average window cleaning job is $312. I've raised the prices a lot, but we do some window cleaning jobs for $1,000. But basically, this water fed pole thing, it's an extendable carbon fiber pole that extends up to 35, 45 feet, and it's filtered water with brushes. You can clean the whole exterior of somebody's house, their windows, in 40 minutes and charge them, I don't know, $150. If it's a big house, $300 for, a big house, like 4,000 square feet, and you could do it in an hour. Now, that sounds really, really good, but you got to get a whole bunch of those, and it takes a long time to build up a clientele. It's different with lawn care than it is with window cleaning, but the man-hour rate is higher. It's just more complex when you go inside of people's houses with the insurance issues and employees and all that stuff. And now you have to buy all this different equipment. You can't get the window cleaning stuff dirty. You got to keep it clean. So do you keep it separate? Do you get a window cleaning van now? When you try to do too many different things, you're just cruising for a bruising. So I think it's best to do more of what's working and less of what doesn't. But I got into window cleaning a long time ago. I know I got this whole business where a lot of my landscaping clients, I also clean their windows, so it works for me. But it's a cool business. Ain't so cool right now though with what's going on. Joe Capo Bianco. Capo Bianco. Did I say your last name right? You just sent me $12. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. It means a lot. I really do. Thank you. Wilson Piera Jr., WP Landscaping, Cleveland, Ohio. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Dankas. Yo, send me some money too. How can I get on the phone with you? Oneida, no filter. Oneida, no filter. Oneida, no filter. If you want to get on the phone with me, go to keithkalfas.com/call. KEITHKALFAS.com/call. Because of this YouTube thing, and we get over 1 million views a month on social media, I'm constantly getting inundated, and I love to talk to people, but on Facebook and on Instagram and Messenger, and people texting my business line, and people on YouTube wanting to talk to me, and I love talking to people, but I created it up so I have to, because I literally used to sit on the phone with people all day talking to people, and it caused a lot of problems in my business and in my marriage. It just literally doesn't work. So keithkalfas.com/call. And I'm not that type of guy. It's funny how money shows who you really are. And this weird thing happened. I'll talk about it in a different video. I learned that when you just have what you need and you're happy and you're healthy, you are wealthy. If you are in a position to serve other people, you're in a beautiful place. And you can serve people even if, all right, let me see here. David Hamilton. Acquiescing. Was it Rose? Ulysses Flores. Shh. That's top secret. You stop it. I told you to stop. All right, so what's up, Dog Gonzalez Pro Services? Angelo Butera. I'm from Buffalo, New York, trying to start my window cleaning business, and you have been lots of help. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. Why do you keep sending me money, Motorcycles Life? They need to make an extend climb ladder 2 stories tall. You know how heavy that would be, Dog? Brandon from Landscaping Pros. Stay in touch, dog. It's hard to be married with a business owner. My respects to the wifeatron. Yes. Respects to the wifeatron. That's why we have date night on Tuesday nights. We cuddle up, we watch movies, we eat popcorn, we cuddle. Charlie Bucket, shout out to Terry from Weingarts. He's the best. Thanks for the $2.99, the $3. I appreciate it. Oh, I went over an hour. All right, I'm going to wrap this up. Thanks, guys, for spending this time with me. If you like these lives, I'll do more. If you are into deep psychological stuff, I have another YouTube channel called I Am Ability. Just hit 3,400 subscribers over there, and I talk about all the crazy deep stuff that I don't talk about on this channel. And I really love that channel because if you have any depression or anything, or it's deep, bro. That channel over there. Another thing, I wasn't going to mention this, but I feel that I need to say it. By chance, if you are looking at other avenues, if you're concerned about being able to go out and work and you want to do stuff from home, basically build a home-based business online on your computer, you can do that. I have another YouTube channel called Influencer U. And that might only resonate with a couple of you guys, but Influencer You with Keith Kalfas. And I don't, this is my first time ever talking about this over here. I don't really talk about that because I don't really want people from here to go over there. But I just felt to say that because I know there's one person on there. Yeah, no, one person on here. You do ASMR videos? You know, I tried to do that, and I was thinking about, like, I did see one crazy ASMR video where like this girl was spraying water and then just like running her fingers on the water, or like spraying water and squeegeeing it over and over. It's like satisfying to watch type videos. There's so many different directions you can go with creating content and media. And that's why I say what goes back to your life's purpose. Like, I want to do full blown entertaining, crazy videos where I smash eggs all over the kitchen or something. Like, I've thought of stuff like that. Like, what could I do? And I think it's important to do more of the things that are like, we have a dog channel for our little dog Gracie, the teacup Yorkie dog. Yes. I mean, we got a video on there with like 45,000 views. And so here's how we do it. When we're playing with our dog, we take the phone out and we just videotape it while it's happening in real time and the dog growling. And then I'll like label it like crazy Yorkie dog growls and plays with squeaky toy, and put it in the tag and description of comments, upload it, and I'll make a thumbnail. And I don't put any time into this. And just once a week, we just keep uploading videos to the dog channel. Now we have like 100 videos on there, and it's got like, probably 80,000 views on that channel. But at some point, like I went crazy. I had like I still have 8 YouTube channels, but I don't upload to them anymore because I was like, this isn't working. I'm only one person. But I know people who have done that, who have like just blown up, got millions and millions of views. And I'm fascinated by stuff like that, right? Like, what's the lever that you can pull to get these disproportionate asymmetrical results and stuff like that? And I've realized that in the landscaping business too. Like, I look at all of our numbers, and the most amount of profit that we make is in specifically one thing: ornamental tree trimming. Because I can charge $300 to trim a crabapple tree in somebody's front yard garden bed and literally do it in, I don't know, 45 minutes or something. And if they have 3 of those trees, that's $900. And you can literally trim them in the morning. And I haven't found that type of revenue anywhere else with something that's that simplistic. So ornamental tree trimming is my favorite thing to do. I wish we could do a lot more of it. So when you find something like that and you track your numbers and you look at it, it's interesting. In Arizona, we're super blessed that Governor Doug Ducey still considers us an essential business. Oh, yeah, I saw that. You could do ASMR window cleaning videos. I know. I mean, literally, like, we just literally released a 10,000 word blog post article the day before yesterday. It's at keithkelfis.com/blog. This article took a week to create, and my wife's the project manager for our social media and manages the virtual assistants, and my wife edited this entire blog post and put it together. It's amazing, and it's a very informative. keithkelfis.com/blog. So we just don't have the time. What's up, Vinny 4KA2? What's up from Dog P8? Mason's mowing. What other trees to charge a lot? Keith, you need moderators with these live chats. Want to talk about some joint venture and referral program stuff and how you found your ideal customer, not just talk to you through chat? Some joint venture and referral program stuff. I like it. Send me a email, kelfismedia@gmail.com for business inquiries. But just to be transparent, There are so many referral and affiliate. There's so many fucking ways that you can make money that when you try to do them all, you can't do anything. So I'm only interested in doing referrals and affiliate programs, ideas of stuff that literally, boom, something that I believe and I trust in that I use myself, like Jobber. I'm sponsored by Jobber. I use Jobber in my business. It's great. KeithKelfis.com/Jobber. If you go and you use Jobber through my link, I get a little cut. That's pretty cool. I like that. I appreciate that. And they're a great software. So I believe in it because I really use it. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm only interested in referral and affiliate ideas that, and this is the way I think is the best way. Because if you go promote something you don't believe in, I mean, that's not even ethical, in my opinion. Like it has to be something that you think is cool or you would use yourself or you actually use in your business. Like here's another one. Well, I ain't gonna tell you. It's a secret. Wait till he gets 1,000 people on live chat. Shh, it's a secret. I love meeting you guys at live events, landscape events, GIE Expo. And when I do meet you guys in person, I shake your hand. I'm like, what up, though? Because if you watch my videos, there's a chance that we're kind of like-minded. So we're instantly cool with each other as soon as we meet in person. I've literally met people that have watched my YouTube channel for a couple years, and I meet them in person, and we're instantly cool and just talking like as though we've met 20 times. And this is my first time ever meeting you. And somebody will look in my eyes because you're looking at me right now. I can't see you. I'm looking into a camera lens. But because you feel like you know me, you talk to me like that in person when we meet. You talk to me like you know, because you actually do know me, right? And I literally can't help. I'm like, I know you too. What up, Doe? What up, Doe? Let's go get a beer. What's up? And we're all just sitting around eating. It's amazing. Colton Romantic, do you think there's an age too young to start a property maintenance business? No, because here in Michigan, I know these kids, well, they're like 17 now, but they're like 14, 13 years old. I call them the young hustlers. They literally were like pulling a wagon around. And at 15, I mean, they've got a whole business now. You could do it at any age. Joe Cope Bianco, when this quarantine is done, I'm going to get out there and make some side dough. Should I put out flyers or go gradually with word of mouth? I think that you should do both. Throw a bunch of mud at the wall and see what sticks. What's up, Dizzy Lowness now? Oh, you're talking about just bouncing ideas off each other. Hit me up at kelfismedia@gmail.com, dog. Can I trust the post office? I don't know. I've heard all different types of stuff. That's a good question. I use Send Jim. They're a little bit more expensive than the post office, but you know exactly where the postcards are going. See, there's another affiliate. KeithKelfis.com/Send Jim. No, it's KeithKelfis.com/bomb. Yeah, radius bomb. KeithKelfis.com/bomb. Go to that and check that out. See, I'm reading the comments. Chris Horning. What's up, Chris? Carlos G says, what book do you recommend that's a self-help book? Well, let's go look at the bookshelf real quick. You guys ready? I was out doing my day. Going to the bookshelf. man. So, all right. You ready? Okay, so a really good practical self-help book that's based off of frameworks. I mean, dude, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Dr. Stephen R. Covey. This book will change your life. Now, if you want to get into a book that's more about like the woo-woo stuff, I mean, dude, I've literally read a lot of Dr. Wayne Dyer's books. I mean, this guy, incredible. I met him in person. Somebody one time was like I think they were a spiritual clairvoyant, but they seemed very disturbed. Now, I'm a big fan of Dr. Wayne Dyer. I didn't say a word, but they brought him up to me and they told me something negative about him. Excuse me. And I looked, I was like, no way. And then it stuck in my head. I don't know. I find it hard to believe. And I don't want to spread it because you know what's interesting? This man is not alive today to defend himself. But he wouldn't have tried to defend himself because he says in his books, here's a lesson from Dr. Wayne Dyer. He said once he was on the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson, and he said something because he used to say whatever he wanted to say. And a couple days later, a week later, he got letters in the mail. He gets a lot of fan mail. And the interesting thing was he got 2 letters from 2 different people in 2 different states. He opened them up and they both said the exactly different polar opposite thing. One person said, Wayne, oh my God, the joke that you made on the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson was amazing. It was so true. And I'm so glad you said it, man. But he opened up the other letter and the other guy said, how dare you, Wayne? That was in bad taste. I can't believe that you said that. And I'm not a fan anymore. So here's what he did. He took both the letters and he scanned them and made copies. And he wrote a return letter, 2 return letters to the guys. He took the one letter that the one guy sent and sent them to that guy. And then he took the other letter and he sent it to the other guy. And he mailed the letters off, the guys' responses to each other. Because you say one thing, get 2 totally different opinions. And the point of the story was, your opinion of me is none of my business. My reputation doesn't have anything to do with me. It's out there. And my reputation is none of my business. So he talks about shit like that, dude. This guy's like, see, I'm already spending more time talking about him because he's had a more effect on my life. He just talks about being a no-limit person and about believing in yourself and getting rid of all your weird little idiosyncrasies and insecurities and just being a person who, I mean, I was on Facebook yesterday making a green smoothie and I ended up telling a Dr. Wayne Dyer story on Facebook Live. So he's definitely had a huge impact on my life. What's up, Dow? Smart YouTubers do their own moderating. Interesting. Justin Mitchell, I've been following you for years, and your eyes are really easy to read. What does that mean? Does it mean that you're picking up what I'm putting down? I'm communicating with you. Well, no, thank you. I think I know what that means, and that means a lot to me. Thank you. I really. What's up, dog? B Jones, 4 Seasons from Detroit. What's up, Brandon Jones? How are you? I love Detroit. I love my city. Mr. Sick Vic 01, hello. The Badger Report. You're awesome. Thank you. Do I believe in ghosts? Says the Psycho Pearl. The kitty cat's name is Ninja. Do I believe in ghosts? Yes. I could tell you some stories. You want to hear a ghost story? Ghost story time with Keith Kalfas? There's quite a few of them. We can get into aliens if you want. I'll talk about ghosts. I was over a friend's house once and we were talking about ghosts, and it started to get really eerie. It's almost like the more we talked about it, the more like it became a reality, right? And I ain't even lying. There's a black shadow entity like came out of the wall, went through past the front room, sucking up and absorbing the light as it went. I shouldn't even be talking about this, and it zipped and went all the way down the hallway and into the room, just blackness, like gobbling up the light as it went. And it happened. I saw it, dude. I'll testify. I was like, and it was pure fucking evil, dude. And I was like, whew. Amen. Hallelujah. Jesus, Lord Jesus. Oh my God. I repent for all my sins. Just keep that shit away from me, dog. Another time. I ain't going to tell you no more, because when you talk about that shit, it's a low vibration and you tap into it. All right. It's gone. I cast it out. Did you go to school for anything in the landscaping industry? Horticulture, landscaping, forestry, or did you just pick it up from experience and educational books and videos, says Colton Romantic? Before I started my own landscaping business, I was fortunate enough to be a foreman. It was called a floating foreman at this huge, prestigious company in Michigan. And they did properties for like famous sports stars and politicians and stuff. And the weirdest thing was, they put me in charge of a horticulture crew around horticulturists and botanists and people that were going to college and getting degrees for horticulture. And I was angry. I was like, why did you have me running a crew of something I don't even care about and I don't know how to do? I want to cut grass. But the craziest thing was, as I'm around all these guys, I'm learning from them about horticulture and how to do garden beds and maintenance and all this stuff. And I picked up that very valuable skill, because it doesn't take anything more than labor to do. You don't need $20,000 worth of equipment to maintenance garden beds and prune hydrangeas and stuff like that. It's so. And then as far as the arboriculture, the tree work side, a good friend of mine, William Elling from Young Masters Tree Service, trained me how to do tree work. He taught me, like took me under his wing for a full year and taught me climbing, rigging, trimming, taking trees down, everything. And I was scared shitless for a while. And so I was trained how to do it, and I took it very serious. And it took oh God, I can say it took me 3 years of doing tree work to even get decent at it. But every single year, that's a long story. Guerrilla marketing author J. Conrad Levinson. Marcos Sebrian, talk about your ADHD. I'm a attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. I was doped up on Ritalin when I was in like 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade. They had me on so much Ritalin, I was tweaking out and shit. I developed Tourette's syndrome. So I have vocal auditory tics and blinking and obsessive compulsive disorder. The weirdest thing, I don't understand why, but for some reason when I'm on camera, like doing this stuff and making YouTube videos, there's a part of my brain that activates to where I don't twitch. I don't do it. So I don't think anybody knows this about me. But when I'm not on camera, I'm literally going, not to that extreme, but here, can you hear this? I do these weird vocal tics and I hold my breath and I blink and I do weird shit to the point where I feel bad because it drives my wife nuts. Like when I was in school, my nickname was Blinky. Like I would go like this. When I was in 3rd grade, I would go like this. I'd stick my tongue out and I'd have to see it, but the bridge of my nose would block my tongue and I couldn't see, so it would stop the sight, and I feel like I would have to see it all the way across to get this weird satisfying feeling or to eliminate anxiety, and I would literally be in second and third grade going, and people were looking at me and shit, and I'm twitching my shoulders like, yeah, and going like this. And then the eye twitch, the Tourette syndrome of the eyes go away, and then I developed a nose tick where I would go like this, and then sniffling. People were asking me if I was doing bad stuff, and I wasn't. So if anybody here suffers from, I don't know if you say suffer, but it can be bad. Like, I developed this twitch about a month ago, and I'm so thankful it went away for the most part. I would flex the muscles in my throat like this, and I would have to do it so hard to where it hit a peak, and it felt like it goes over a peak. Like, this might sound crazy talk to you, but to those of you who understand it, you get this. You'll appreciate this. It's like you have to do it so it's like it goes higher, like it's like a peak, and you have to get this certain sensation, and then you can let go, and it's a tick. And I'll tell you the solution to this. And it goes on a metronome, like it builds up tension, and then you have to do it. It builds up tension, and you have to do it. And I talked to my buddy Coach Rob, who's a NLP certified neurolinguistic programming certified master hypnotherapy. He's a private coach, right? And he said it's loose energy floating around in your consciousness. It needs a place to exit. And when it can't, it keeps ticking in the body, right? Because there's an unconscious part of you, or deep in your subconscious, there's something that you're evading or avoiding. You might have like suffering from your childhood or some post-traumatic stress disorder. And so it's part of the consciousness that keeps, it's like a camera that keeps going in and out of focus. Like, that's my interpretation. So the way to stop this stuff, because you might have a form of Tourette's or a tic, but it's not happening in a physical sensation. It's coming out in your life. It's coming out in a frustration. You might have an anxiety or a phobia or recurring nightmares. Everybody has it different. It's like the whack-a-mole game. Like, when you try to hit it here, it pops up over here. You hit it here, it pops up over here. It's like a form of resistance in a circuit board, right? So if you do breathing and meditation and get very present, when it tries to pop up, in the brain, there's neurons that wire together. The tic wants to keep this is quantum. So to talk about it, I have to talk about this whole thing. But basically, you rewire the circuitry in the brain and you ground it out. So it's something you have to become present with. And you can do this with anything. The problem is the world that we live in, we're running like rats on wheels to get the cheese, and we're, in fear and anxiety and survival mode. So it's hard to get deep down into the layers and solve and clean house and wake up and really dive deep into personal and self-development. And for me, that's why I'm not trying to grow a multi-million-dollar landscape business and like have 5 kids and take on all this crazy liability and all this shit, because I have a lot of personal development that I'm still working out in myself. I want to solve and iron that shit out. But there's another thing. The reciprocal of that is the more responsibility that you have in your life and the more pressure you put on yourself is good. If it's a good form of pressure, because it squeezes you through the cracks and it forces that bullshit out of you. So pressure is what makes you successful. The more pressure you it turns you into a diamond. So there are people that have a lot of pressure on them that are so fucking resilient that they're like, they just become what's the word? Very highly developed beings, because they lean into the pressure. But if you don't have that skill moment by moment to ride and crest in that wave, because some people can handle pressure for months on end, but they have to recuperate. They have to catch up on their sleep, and they have to catch up on healthy eating, and they have to get back in touch with themselves. And if they don't allow themselves to do that, and this, it's like a circadian rhythm like this. If you're always up here, you're going to burn out and you're going to crash. Your business will crash, your family will crash, your marriage will crash, everything. So I really believe if you are trying to build a big business and all these things, you have to have the structure of what you call me time, and you have to build that in. So you have to know yourself very well. Like, for instance, if you know that you can only work like 70 hours a week for about maybe 3 weeks straight, and then you just fucking crash, you can't handle it, you have a breakdown, that doesn't make you a weak person. You just have a different temperament. Maybe you're a more empathic of a person, and you're more emotional, or maybe whatever it is for you. It's like some people, like my buddy Eric Reno, he's hyper masculine in his consciousness, right? He's not the type of dude to like take painting and make and draw art and like write poems and shit. Although some of the most influential people in the world are people who write dramas and poetry, or like Steven Spielberg and shit, right? But what I'm saying is that he thrives under a shitload of pressure. He has so much pressure on him. That's how he thrives. And he would freak out if he didn't have that pressure. And some other people would freak out if they had his pressure, right? But some people can't even perform without pressure. They need pressure just to perform. So what I'm saying is you got to get to know you and get to know your temperament and what you require to survive and thrive. And so I really believe, instead of, there's all the answers, the really deep answers are within, right? So if you once a week require sleeping until fucking noon, or you require at least once a week going and walking out in the woods somewhere, or you require a quarterly vacation, or you're the type of person you have to see your family no matter what, you have to spend time with your family or you'll lose your shit, right? Make sure you know that and build that all into your schedule and into your plan. And you might be around other people. You might have a business worker, a coworker, an employee, or a spouse who doesn't understand you on that level. And just because somebody doesn't agree with you, you just have to publish it. Communicate, hey, this is how I'm built. Like, once a week, I need to sleep until noon or I'll fucking freak out. I have to catch up on my sleep. If I don't get sleep, I'm just making it up, right? Maybe like you're a social person. You have to go out and be with your friends and have a social, well, we're in quarantine right now, but hey, and everybody might not always agree with you on how you are, but if you don't live life according to your own terms and do what you know keeps you psychologically healthy, then, and you're just going along to get along and running your ass off to make other people happy, you're going to end up a miserable person, and you're going to hate your life and blame other people for it. But in the end, the only person to blame is you. So I think I really like what Eben Pagan says. He's amazing, Eben Pagan. He said, I really believe that everybody should have a period in their life, like a 3 to 5 or even 10-year period, where they become completely selfish and they get totally obsessed with themselves and their career or whatever they're working on, and they just dial it in and block everything else out, and that's where they can just achieve deep levels of fulfillment and success. Now, that might be having children, it might be, getting married in a family. It depends on you, but whatever makes you happy and whatever you got to do. Let's just say there's some crazy project you've wanted to do for so long, but you're trapped on social media all the time and on your phone and bending over backwards for other people. I really think that you should cut everybody off. Like, say, you know what? On Saturdays and Sundays all weekend long, I'm not even going to look at my phone. I'm going to shut my phone off and go put it out in my car, and I'm going to spend the entire weekend doing that thing that I love to do, because that's what brings me fulfillment and makes me happy. You can write that best-selling book. You can create that novel. You can go out and build that thing in your garage you've always wanted to do. Now's the time to do it. And, the fear that you might not survive is what's stopping us. It's that primate brain. The amygdala fires and keeps us in fight or flight mode, where we keep like being on the surface and like, no, like putting out fires, right? And I don't think that's any way to live. I know that in my landscaping business, like when we're swamped busy, a lot of the summer I'm running around putting out fires, and it gets to the point where I get sick of it. I get stressed out. By the fall, I'm just burned out, right? Anybody can relate to that? I'm the type of person, I require solitude. I need to be by. That's why I'm a night owl. My dad calls me moon dog because I like to stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning. I love it when everybody's quiet and the household is asleep and it's just me. And I go outside and I look up at the stars, and the world is asleep, and I can hear my own breath. I feel so fulfilled. I love solitude. It's quiet, bitches. You know what's interesting? You. What's up, dog? The Badger Report. Yeah, I had a similar dark. Oh, I can't talk about that entity. Oh, you say the name Jesus. You have to study yourself and take notes. Dude, you know what's dope? There's this dude on YouTube. His name is Joseph Rodriguez. His entire YouTube channel is about, he puts together book reports. So he'll read a 300-page book, but he'll give you like the meat and potatoes of the book. He'll summarize it in like a half an hour video, and you get all the best stuff out of the book. I love this guy's channel because I was literally watching last night. Ryan Holiday is a phenomenal author. He wrote some amazing books. If you got audible.com, listen to his books. They're incredible. Like he's kind of like Tim Ferriss, right? And the book is called Stillness. Stillness. Look up Joseph Rodriguez on YouTube. Stillness. I wouldn't tell you to go look up some stupid bullshit that would waste your time. This is good, dude. So another one, if you really want to dial in and get incredibly focused, it's a long video. So I watch Sam Ovens on YouTube. He's this guy from Australia, from New Zealand, and he's like a consultant, and he's got this super Australian accent, and he makes like $30 million a year. This guy has turned himself into like a robotic computer. Everything he looks at, he quantifies it based on the data, and he's like the most focused person in the world. Like he doesn't even look at his phone. He's just like, he's pure about optimization. He's totally about optimization and productivity. And he has a book called Monk-like Focus by Sam Ovens. It's fire, dude. Keith, do you have any interest in adding mowing to your business? No, I used to mow grass, and then I got rid of all the accounts because I was so busy doing landscaping jobs. But if only mowing is essential, I'll start mowing lawns again, dude. Do I follow Andy Frisella, or do I think about his content? Yeah, I've followed Andy before. I watched quite a few of his videos. I like him, but at this point in my life, I don't resonate with them. I just don't resonate with them. But that doesn't mean like in a year it won't hit me like a ton of bricks, right? Because we're all at different points. S&T Lawn Care. What's up? Dayton Super Hypernova. Yeah, I understand. That was crazy. Never mind. Oh, it did it again. My cat walked past and it created a shadow on the wall. I was like, oh my God. Fresh Cuts, lawn maintenance. You ever listen to Craig Beck on Audible? I've heard of Craig Beck. No, but I haven't listened to him. Wild Style. If you suffered extreme abuse, life-threatening as a baby and child, you will have PTSD. I know that I was physically abused a few times when I was a little kid and I couldn't defend myself. I don't know if I have PTSD off of it, though. When am I coming to Chicago? Man, I was just in Chicago a couple months ago. I would love to. I love Chicago. Chicago's an amazing place. They got good ass food too. Chicago pizza. What's up, Daniel Rempel? Am I ever coming to Canada? Yes, I have. As soon as all this quarantine shit clears up, I'm supposed to go to Canada. Damn, I can't even think of it, but because Canada's a huge place. I'm supposed to go to Canada to the jobber place. I want to go to Niagara Falls too. Thanks, Jared Riddle. I appreciate it. Yard Smart Lawn Care. Marco Sebrian. Do you target upscale neighborhoods only and to get bigger pay? What makes you say this guy values his lawn? That's interesting. So I'm in Michigan. We live in a mega metropolis, right? A couple cities away, there's one of the richest counties in the United States. Like, we got some super mega mansions here and rich people in Michigan. And I thought back in the day, that's where all the money was at. Cause that's what all my that's what some people told me. Right. And I wasted a lot of time going to those neighborhoods and listening to what people said for like 4 years. God. And I finally got out of those ritzy rich neighborhoods and I got around my house where it's just middle class, up like a couple miles away. There's upper scale middle class, like 3,500 square foot houses, BMWs in the driveway, people who have high end corporate jobs who are like maxed out and they don't have any time. And for me, that's where all the money's at because these people are so damn busy. They're not like crazy finicky. They don't look at you like you're a slave. I don't know. It's weird, man. Now, I used to act like a slave to my rich customers. I would never put up with that shit now, but I invited that type of, like, you deserve what you tolerate. But for me, the most amount of profit margin I found is in the people that are upper middle class and they're just extremely busy and they just want to throw money at the problem. And if you, shit like that. Dayton, the super hypernova. None of my customers care about quarantine at all. LOL. They want stuff done, and most of them working too. A lot of other business owners, though. Yeah, it's interesting. My phone's ringing. My clients don't care about this. They want their property maintained. They don't care. Have you heard about psycho-cybernetics? Oh, yeah. Psycho-cybernetics and the psycho-cybernetic loop feedback. I can't think of that now. I'm so glad that you brought that up. How you can like literally rewire the neurons in your brain and like change your whole life, and the patterns that happen make you believe it, and then you reinforce the belief, and it's like quantum, and you build your own reality, but you can change it type shit. I think that's what it is, right? Orchard Lake, Michigan, Oakland County is the richest. Brandon Jones. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oakland County, Orchard Lake Road. I used to drive all the way out there and I killed myself with travel time. Chris Horning, Ann Arbor. Yeah, doctors and lawyers and university professors. Have you ever thought about doing house washing? Oh, hell yeah, I have. All right, I'm out of here. I'm tired. I got some food here. It's cold. Guys, thank you for spending this time with me. This has been very fun. I've got a podcast called the Untrapped Podcast. It's probably not now, but it hit number 35 in the country briefly. That's pretty interesting on Apple Media. Here's my cat Ninja. It's funny. This cat, my cat clawed my face, and now I have a permanent little scar on my lip. So if you ever see it in my videos, it's right there, a little red dot. Hit me up. Peace. And my new book's coming out very, very soon. So expect me to be putting out some videos showing it off. It'll be in paperback version 2. It's called Your First Year in the Landscaping Business. Over and out. Thanks for spending this time with me, guys. You guys rock.